there, Dober Fantasy players and fantasy football fans. The Philadelphia Eagles head to Minnesota to challenge the New England Patriots in Super Bowl 52 after they completely routed the Minnesota Vikings in the NFC Playoff game last week. Here are the Eagles players we recommend to start and sit on your Dober Fantasy play cards for Super Bowl 52. For Philadelphia to have any chance to bring home its first Super Bowl trophy, Ajayi will need to have an excellent game on Super Bowl Sunday. Fortunately for the Eagles, this sets up to be a great matchup for the third-year running back out of Boise State. New England has some of the slowest linebackers in the league and has been gashed by running backs all year long. In his last two games, Ajayi has 18 touches for 98 yards and 21 touches for 99 yards, eclipsing 11 Dober Fantasy points in each game. With 2 weeks to rest up, we expect Ajayi to be fresh and efficient in this favorable matchup. A consistent fantasy performer all season, Ertz has scored more than 11.5 Dober Fantasy points in 10 of the 15 games that he started and finished. Against Minnesota, Ertz got open again and again on run-pass option plays, catching 8 passes for 93 yards. New England has good corners and a solid defensive line, but is weak at the safety and linebacker spots. Doug Peterson will try to use his best receiver to exploit a unit that gave up a touchdown to Mercedes Lewis in the AFC Championship game. Ertz should have a big game here, especially if Philadelphia falls behind and needs to throw the ball to keep pace. In the span of 2 weeks, Nick Foles has gone from a GOAT to a hero in Philadelphia. While he's rightfully getting a lot of credit for getting the Eagles to the Super Bowl, his fantasy production has been decidedly mixed bag since taking over for Carson Wentz. In the 4 games he started and finished this season, Foles has Dober Fantasy point totals of 25.48, 8.52, 9.84, and 26.08. Which version of Foles will show up on Super Bowl Sunday is anyone's guess, but we're betting that Bill Belichick will have unique schemes to keep Foles off balance and bait him into mistakes. This might finally be the week when defenders catch Foles' bad passes, so we recommend fading him on Dober play cards. We're resisting the pull of the revenge game here and recommending LeGarrette Blount as a fade for Super Bowl Dober play cards. The lumbering running back has fewer than 9 touches in every game since Week 12 and has just 15 touches for 40 yards in 2 playoff games. Ajayi is rightfully getting the lion's share of the backfield work for the Eagles. He's faster, shiftier, and slipperier. Though he does get the ball often near the end zone, Blount has mostly been used as a battering ram to bludgeon teams to death when the Eagles have a lead. We're betting Blount's streak of 2 straight games with the touchdown ends against his former team, making it extremely unlikely that he gets over his projected fantasy point total.